tock, tick tock, tick tock. All right, it's 8:01. There you go. How y'all doing this morning? God morning, God morning, God morning. It's another yay day. Hey, it's Tuesday, y'all. What's going on? Welcome to the Attic with your queen, Miss E, where we come on up, lay it on down. I pray everybody's doing yay today. If not, it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. And if you're watching this, I pray that what I have to say today would help y'all to sit and ponder. Go, wow, you know, what is that? Oh, okay. That was my water bottle. For me, when I listen to people, everything might not hit, but that one thing may hit. And it will change my whole perspective on my day in a good way. So what up? What's going on, y'all? Hold on, let me back up into this. They can dump on me. As soon as they do, they're going to dump this load, baby. I'm going to dump this load. I'll let you go. Well, welcome back. Yesterday, right, and I believe in moving forward, right? Keeping it moving, keeping it pushing. Shout out to Lo. Shout out to my baby brother. And it's hold on. It started something. For me. I looked at the comments, and the comments was, tell your story. I was giving you little snippets, and you will get little snippets of my story in every episode. This morning, when God woke me up this morning, all I kept hearing was tell your story, tell your story. That's what you went through. If I want you to tell your story, because they're going to see me in all of this. God wants us to see Him in everything and know that He loves us and He's right there with us. Adonai El-Roi, the God that sees us. The God that sees us. Jehovah Shammah, God is there. Well, in my first season, I have an intro with one of a gospel artist that I adore her because her songs minister to me. Her name is Tasha Page Lockhart. Look her up. I guarantee good food. And the song that I used for my intro was different. Because I am different. I am way different from that person that grew up to become that person. I talked yesterday. I spoke to you. Same difference. I spoke to you guys yesterday, and I was sharing with you a little snippet of my past of being an addict, and how God brought someone from my past that met me in my active addiction. But what I need to do, I'm going to tell y'all, don't nothing happen. Nothing happens without a stem. The stem, how it all began. Because I wasn't born an addict. I was born a blank slate. Hold on, y'all gotta get up this hot. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. So, talking about being born a blank slate, I sat down one day and told God, I said, I can't help who you had me be born to. I believe that we have to realize we can't help what family we born into. God intended for us to be here. So he used those two, Randall Buddy Jr. Danzler and Clara Rogers, to come together to have me. That black guy at 4 years old, I still try to figure out what did I do that bad for my father to go ham like that. What was it about my mom that had so much jealousy in her that she just didn't? I didn't realize it till I was getting older, all right? But as a baby, you know, it was like, I'm trying to remember. I remember some Christmases, right? We had a silver tree. It's about the size of it was about the height of your 3-4-year-old or something like that. It was quiet. It wasn't poops and giggles. Maybe for me it was, but I was an only child for a long time. I mean, my mother had 2 other kids, but she left them. Yeah, I would hear more of the story on Erica's Chronicles. This right here. I had to go deeper into it because I wanted to. Our parents do the best they can with what they got. That's what I came to realize. But in the midst of it, while you're going through it, you don't get it. You're not going. You don't feel love. You don't feel the attentiveness. Only thing you feel is that they have a slave mentality. Go get my slippers. Watch the lying on you. That was my story. I would clean the house and wash the dishes, but I was never one for cleaning up behind people. I realized that was just because I cleaned up. As soon as I cleaned up, they came right in and tore it right up. And my mother's sister would call, "Hey, Clara, what you doing?" Child, I came home, had to clean the house, dishes all in the sink, and I'm sitting there going, "There's no dishes in the sink, Ma. The only dish in the sink is the cup that you got to put water in, and you took a sip and put it in the sink to make a dish so you can have something to talk about." See, I love my mother. I just didn't like her. I didn't like how she lied. I didn't like how I couldn't trust her. I didn't like it. I grew. My mother's nerves was bad though, because my mother was an abused woman for 35 years. My father beat on her. In turn, she beat on me for every little thing. I was locked up. It was like, I had a fear of my mom. But my mom didn't mind jumping over stoops. So my mom didn't mind coming to the school and tearing me up and running behind me. I would run from a beat. My mother tore the bed up one time just to get to me. Naked, I ran downstairs. I thank God for the big mamas and the big daddies, the Aunt Josies, the Aunt Dotties, the Miss Morrisons, the Miss Battles. I thank God for all of you. all of the elders in the village that paid attention to the children in the neighborhood, that knew that the parents weren't wrapped too tight. Because every now and then I would get a break. The mom, I can't forget my mama Tat, who raised me. Keep in mind, I wasn't always in the house. And I told my mother's two sons, you know, while they was in South Carolina, jealous of what they thought was a coochie car family, I said, y'all was living the life. They were crying because they had hand-me-downs and they felt Clara, which is my mother's name, our mother's name. I said, no, it wasn't that. Nah. Lord bless his soul, my baby brother, when I was 11, he was born. He was the first baby I ever held in my arms, you know, and I fell in love with that boy that day. And when he got older, he saw it, but my mother didn't do nothing to the boys. What I saw was, what I do, boo, what I do, bam, 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 what I do. And she covering up and holding her head up and going to work. And I'm watching this. And to be a little girl, to think that you're hanging out with your dad. But all he saw was his junior, because that's what the streets called me, was Randy Jr. until my brother was born. In fact, they were still if they were still living today, they would still call me Randy Jr. And all that was, he was using me as a shield to shield him from the people that my daddy had a life too out there. He was an alcoholic and took care of the hood, but popped off at the mouth a lot. And these dudes came and they tried to kill my father in front of me. They threw my father in the back of a garbage truck and pulled the lever down. I had to be about 5. It's amazing what you remember. I remember them guys. My father was popping off, and they jumped him, and they threw him in the back of the garbage truck and was pulling down the lever for that hopper. Now that I know what it is, because my brother worked for the sanitation company when he was living. The hopper was coming down to come and scoop my father in there, and I looked at these men and I said, please don't kill my dad. And he said, yeah, you're going to do this in front of my daughter. So they stopped. They said, you're lucky. So I was put out there a long time. My father brought me out in the streets and said, I got to teach you these streets. You're going to be a beast. You got book knowledge and you got street knowledge, and what he didn't tell me was what choices and how to make these choices. You see, I wasn't that little girl that he said, be a lady, you're a princess. He taught me how to be a gangster. He taught me how to be a doggone gangster, yo. God bless him. I love my father. My father kept it real. He did. And after that black eye, I'm just letting you know, he never put his hands on me again. His voice alone moved mountains. Oh, he had the deepest voice. I mean, I think it was deeper than Barry White. I remember a friend of mine called and he hung up on me. He was like, yo, what was that answered your telephone? I said, that was my daddy. I remember my father and his infidelity. Look, I was like involved in a lot of things, adult things at a young age. My father showed me how unfaithful he was. And I just blended right in because as long as they was paying me to shut up. Like, bye. Over that. But then he lost me at a baseball game. See, I had the opportunity that my brother didn't have, and I felt so bad when he got older because my father died in the year 99. He was 59 years old. Although he went through a lot of alcoholism, drugs later on, he died clean. He was a clean being. He was the one who said you do whatever. You can stop anything you want to. Your mind, you put in your mind to stop, you're going to stop. Put in your mind to do it, you're going to do it. Remember, going back, I remember when I was... No, that's for later. That's for later. Going back, thinking about my mom's. When I first put my hands on crack cocaine, I was 21 years old. I had my daughter at this time. I wasn't even living at the house then because I had to run away to have my daughter because my mother was trying. My mother wasn't. I don't know what it is to have a baby shower. I don't know how it feels to. All I know is my mother stole my kid. Because in life, I realized my mother didn't want nobody to love me. My mother wanted it all. My mother was a very jealous nature person. She was very manipulative. I remember when my daughter's father came to the house and she was all in his face. I was like, Mom, what are you doing? Thank you. It was like a competition, and it's getting good. You got it. Shouldn't have been that. Little mother in the door. I always tried to have a mother-daughter relationship with my mom. Because I seen it could be done. Like I said, I had friends out there who was chilling with their moms. I'm like, why can't I chill? My mother wanted me in the house all the time. So when I'm in the house, she always want to argue. So me and my father, it was like we always pushed to leave the house because it was never a dull day. It was never a happy time. I remember coming up the stairs and my mother was talking so much crap about me. And I'm like, what is she talking about? Mind you, I had just spoke to my mother in confidence, and she was talking so much crap about me to whoever she was talking to. And so I'm listening to this. So I go in the door and I said, why are you talking about me? Shut up, mind your business. Ain't nobody talking about you. I said, Ma, I stood there for 20 minutes listening to you talk about me. Why are you talking about me? Why? I was still a kid, trying to love my mother, but my mother really didn't love me back. So, when you look at someone out there that's going through, it didn't begin there. They weren't always like this. I remember my first season, I expressed that. I used to talk to homeless people, and my friends used to laugh at me about it. And I said, they wasn't always like this. Something made them like this. And this was way before, gotcha, this was way before I knew anything about it, anything. I was still green. God put so much in me that I didn't even know then. Hold on a minute. And this man became the way he was because of the stock market crash. I remember it like it was yesterday. They said, you always buy that man a pint of liquor. I was like 16, 17. I was going to night school over there by the eye and ear clinic, not too far, like down the block from the Palladium. That's like the Spanish club. J-Lo hang out there, everybody, you know. So I say that to say my story of addiction, it didn't start there. It started home. It started as a kid. Like I said, I was 21 when I picked up my first piece of crack, just being inquisitive. My daughter was at my mother's, and I had came to the house, and I was like, I'm thinking I'm still I'm still that little girl that still wanted the relationship with her mom. So I said, I believe I believe so much in change even then that I sat there and I said, you know what, Mom, can I talk to you? She said, yeah. See, my mother is a nosy person, very nosy. She's one of them girls in the street that you wouldn't even hang out with. All right? Like before I even go there, I wouldn't even hang out with my mother because I wouldn't be that. She would have got beat up. Nah. But anyway, going back, I'm like, Mom, can I talk to you? She's like, yeah. She wants all the information. But I didn't feel it then like I'm feeling it now. All right? So at that point, at that time in my life, I really was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, Mom, you know what I tried? I was just wondering about it, you know? She's like, what? I said, I tried crack. She said, oh. And she grabbed my daughter and she held her like, oh. And her face turned and I'm like, what, Mom? What? She's like, She looked at me like a leper. She looked at me with total disgust. Instead of being a mother and saying, girl, what is wrong with you? Are you crazy? And that's when it all began. Never mind the fact I could never trust my mother. Near day in my life. That was the day. And I tell y'all, I don't have no regrets. That's the day I regretted ever telling and trying to open up to my mother about something that was so minor at the time that grew to what it grew to. From that day forward, my mother saw me as a crackhead. I wasn't. My daughter's father just wanted me as a doll. Just when he wanted to play, he took me off the shelf. When he got tired of playing, he put me back on the shelf. Like I said, I'm just going to give you snippets of certain things, and these snippets is all going to come together. Anything in your life don't ever start right there. It's a stem that started somewhere, started from a thing or an occurrence, a situation, something. I don't know who that was, But I wanted to share something with you that I mentioned Tasha Page Lockhart, how her music really resonates with me. And you look her up, she can tell you her story. I'm not going to tell you her story because I'm still busy trying to tell you mine. Good morning, Rodney. What's going on with you? And we walk around a lot of times wondering why me, why me, why me, right? Why not? Why not you? Why not me? This is a snippet from her song that I wrote down that came on right before I came on to you guys. And I'm going to leave it with that. The name of the song is Why Not Me? I'm the perfect person to go through the storm. It won't break me. It won't kill me. I'll move on. And then I'll come out even better than before. I'll never see this place anymore. Because my faith is getting stronger every day. I'm removing everything that's in my way. And the fact that I survived another day makes me say, why not me? Now take that little bit and just know we come through a lot of storms. Sweet, what's good this morning? Sweet. We go through a lot of storms and still maybe going through them. But just know God got his hands on your life. Okay? The things that we've gone through, the things that we're going through, it'll make you stronger. Morning by morning, and nothing happens by chance. My father told me to tell my story. My brother told me to tell my story. So that's what I'm doing. That's my time. I love y'all to life. Heads up, chest out, be great. And don't forget to articulate. Keep coming up to the attic. Because I'm about to lay it on down. Should go up and eat. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you know, Wednesday, Thursday is me day. Me day. I see y'all Friday. Peace.